Hey guys, we found some awesome Class C RVs with Murphy beds. Stick around, folks. You're not going to want to miss any of these floor plans. Hey guys, Mike from RV Blogger here in front of the camera, and Susan's behind the camera. And if you've seen us before on YouTube, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time seeing us, welcome aboard. Susan and I make tons of videos all about RV tours, and we invite you to subscribe to our channel and join in on all the fun. But without any further ado, let's get started on our reviews of Class C RVs with Murphy beds. This Class C motorhome is the Thor 4 Winds model number 26X. It has a gross vehicle weight rating of 14,500 pounds, a gross combined weight rating of 22,000 pounds, a tow capacity of 8,000 pounds, and it measures in at 27 feet 1 inch long, and it sleeps up to 5 people. When you first walk into this RV, on the right-hand side is where the driver's cab and overcab are located. Then we roll around through the living area and kitchen area. To my left here is where the bathroom is located, and behind me here is a surprise, so stick around. You're definitely going to want to see this in a couple minutes. Now, our first impression when we walked in this RV is that it feels very nice and big and spacious in here. And we also love the fact that, you know, a lot of Class C's are kind of hurting for storage space, but this one has a lot of it, and we'll show you that as we work our way through the video. But starting right up front here, we have the driver's cab down below. This particular RV sits on a Ford E450 chassis. It's a Super Duty chassis, so you got plenty of horsepower, plenty of suspension underneath of you to roll on down the road very comfortably. Up top here is where the overcab bunk is located, and this is a really good size room up here, or bunk area, and it has a lot of headspace too. The width on it is 53 inches wide, and the length, well, it actually goes all the way from side to side, so you could say it's about, gosh, 95 inches wide. So it's a really good bunk space. Now, along the very front wall, you'll notice there's a little ledge there, and that's a space where you can store things up there. And then there's also a little pocket here where you can store things in this little area as well. And you can also use it as the top part of your bunk or the bottom part of your bunk, however you would like to do it. You've also got a window here over top, a couple of lights on either end, and then a very nice quiet fan right here in the middle. We have it running right now. You can't even hear it, but it is drawing air through the RV, which is really terrific. And then you've got your TV located on this side of the bunk, and this will swing out further. Right now it's locked in position, but it'll swing out further so you can see it from your couch area very comfortably. Hey guys, here I am just behind the driver's seat, and this is where the living area is, and also it's your dining area, and it's also a bedroom. So let's jump into how this whole thing works. I just want to take a break for 1 second and let you know it is raining outside, so if you hear a little bit of rain on the roof, don't be surprised. It's just what we have to deal with today. It's a rainy day. Anyway, this area, like I said, it serves as 3 different things. First of all, it's a nice comfy couch. Second of all, there's a dinette table behind here that goes into these 2 pole sockets on the floor, and so you can set up a dinette table right here, and you can watch TV very easily while you're having a meal. And then third of all, this does fold out into a bed, and let me show you how that works real quick. Just grab these cushions and pull them off of here. And you just lift up the front of this and pull it towards you. And then it's got these couple of brackets that you put down to hold the bed up. So that just comes right down, and then this piece just folds down. And there you can see the dinette table behind the sofa where that stows away as well. Now, when you have this bed out here, this is a good sized bed. Just the mattress part alone is 70 inches by about 56 inches. So, you know, 2 adults could sleep on here. I know my feet would be hanging off the end of the bed, but I like to sleep that way anyway, so no problem for me. But like I mentioned, you have 3 different uses for this area. Also, you've got above here a nice big window, which we have open now to get some nice cross breeze through here. And then above that, you've got a couple of lights and some speakers on the underside of these cabinets. This is actually one big cabinet up top, so there's a lot of storage space in there. And then you actually have a bit of a, an end table on the one side that has a cup holder, a receptacle, a USB, and a C port, as well as a bank of drawers for storage. On this side, we have a cup holder with an electric receptacle below that. And then up here, you've got a couple of USB ports that can be used while somebody's either in the overcab or sitting here or laying here on the bed as well. So directly across from the couch and bed and dinette area is where the kitchen area is located. And actually it starts just above the entry door. You've got this classic Class C RV cabinet above the entry door. We have the same thing in our Class C RV. And it's great. We store stuff in here that we use when we're going in and out of the camper. So it's like lighters, flashlights, bug spray, umbrella, all that kind of junk. We just keep it right here because it's nice and handy when we go in and outside. On to the right side of that, you've got all this nice big storage space up top here with these very large cabinets. These drawers are all adjustable, which is a great feature. So that way you can make the most of your space. Just above the microwave oven, you have a very large cabinet here to stow away cookie sheets and things like that. And then you've got your microwave oven above. Down below that, we have a 3-burner propane stove here. Nice big window over top of the kitchen countertop and sink, so it lets in a lot of light. And then on the countertop, we have a tower of power, so you can plug in if you've got a coffee pot, toaster, what have you, you're all set. And then they have a really nice big single bowl sink here with a gooseneck faucet and a sprayer as well. And if you still need more countertop space, there's an extended countertop here with another receptacle right next to it. So if you want to set up a blender for margaritas or things like that, you can easily do that as well. Right underneath the kitchen sink, there's a little drawer here that you can put your sponges in. And then below that, we have additional space for a trash can and more storage underneath. And then you've got a large bank of drawers here for all of your kitchen utensils. Just below your 3-burner cooktop, you've got a real oven in here, which is a great feature to have. And then down below, pots and pan storage. Now, just past your cooktop and oven is this large, narrow pantry door, but this is a good sized pantry for all your dry goods storage needs. I mean, there's tons of space in here. It's as deep as the countertop, so it's about 2 feet deep, and it's about 8 inches wide inside. And then next to that, we have our refrigerator. This is a terrific size fridge. Of course, it's a 12 volt. That's what you're seeing in almost all the new RVs these days. 12 volt fridge gives you a lot of freezer space. And then down below, really great size refrigerator as well. Now, just across from the refrigerator is where you'll find additional storage. Now, this is really more for your bedroom. So you've got a big wardrobe closet up top with a bar so you can hang all of your garments in here. You can also store some of your extra pillows in here. The ladder stows away in here, and they've got an extra comforter and pillows and things like that that are stored in here as well. Below this, we have a big bank of fully extendable drawers so you can put away even more of your clothes down here. So here we are all the way in the back of this Class C, and this was the surprise that I mentioned earlier. You know, one thing that Class Cs are usually short on is storage space. But in this Class C RV, they've done a cool thing. They've taken the bed and made it into a Murphy bed, and then they put a door on the back of this RV, and that gives you all this wonderful storage space in here with D-rings on the floor and everything. So if you have bikes or kayaks or fishing gear or any bigger stuff that you need to put away while you're rolling down the road, this is a terrific storage space for that. And your bed's out of the way, so you can have multifunctional space back here. You'll also notice up above me here, you've got all these cabinets that go all the way around. So you've got some clothing storage up here in addition to the cabinet that we just showed you. And then on the bed, they've got some pockets that are here. Some of them are zippable, some of them are just mesh pocketing, but that allows you to store some things here. There's also this cool looking thing. I think you just kind of bungee cord things to it so they can store here. And then you have a couple of USB ports, a 12 volt port, an electrical outlet, a little mesh pocket, and even a little table here. So when the bed's in place, you've got a place to put your phone or tablet if you need to charge it overnight, and everything you need to plug into as well. Let's go ahead and lower the bed, and I'll show you what it looks like when that's all set up too. Lowering the bed's a really easy process. Just pull this out and everything just pulls right on down. So here I am out back behind the RV, and this is a great way for Susan and I to shoot this particular room because we can't stand in it. But anyway, this is the bed that's back here when it's in place. Let's get a measurement on this and see how big it really is. So we're just shy of 80 inches. I'll call it 79 inches wide or long. And then the width on it is 56 inches wide. So, you know, 2 adults could sleep back here very, very easily. It's almost a residential full-size bed. And then finally, you can just wind down the screen back here. It all velcros or zips into place. And then you have a nice cross breeze while you're back here laying in your bed at night. So here we are finally in the bathroom of this Class C RV, and I'm standing in the shower like I usually am. Let's see how much headroom we have in here. Now, you guys know I'm 5'11", and there's plenty of room above my head, at least a foot. So for you taller guys, it goes up to 6 feet 11 inches of headroom inside. And throughout the entire RV, the normal floor to ceiling height is 7 feet tall. So for some of you taller folks, this may be a really good RV to consider. Now, back here in the shower area, they have a corner shower set up here. I'm a little confused by why they did that and they didn't just do a big rectangle all the way across back here to give you a little more space. I have a feeling it's got something to do with this wall, but I'm not really sure. But that's how I would have done it if I was designing it. I would have had the shower go all the way to this wall, give you a nice big rectangle instead of, you know, a shower corner. But as far as corner showers go, I do like them a lot, and they do come with the glass doors, so all the water stays in, which is always a great feature too. Now, while you're in here, it feels a little bit small, but it's a nice setup. It's got like a little shelf on top of here for all of your shampoo, conditioners, soaps, and those things, and then it's got a removable wand, so you can shower away in here. Outside of the shower, there's a storage cabinet here located right above the commode. Plenty of space in there for storing like TP and toilet chemicals and things like that. There's also a fan in here so you can keep all the humidity out of the room and out of your RV. And we highly recommend that you run your fan every time you take a shower to keep that humidity out of your RV. Behind the medicine cabinet door, which is a really big cabinet, it's a corner cabinet, plenty of storage room inside of here as well. And then down below that, nice size vanity countertop area. There's a receptacle on this side and another receptacle on the side over here. So if you need to plug in a shaver or blow dryer, you can certainly do that. And then there's additional storage under the sink. Now, finally, when I'm sitting here on the commode, it feels very big in here because it is a larger bathroom, so I'm not claustrophobic at all. The elbow test will mostly work. I mean, I'm hitting this a little bit, but I've got plenty of room to move around in here. Not that you really need to when you're on the commode, but it's nice to not feel claustrophobic. So here we are outside of this Class C RV, and a really, really nice feature that they have is this giant griddle top that's in here. I mean, this is huge amount of space. I mean, you know, it's 15 inches by 26 inches of space. You could cook all day on this thing and make a huge meal for your family. So this is a great feature to have outside of your RV. There are also a couple of small storage compartments on this side of the RV, but the main part of your storage is going to be inside where the Murphy bed is located in the back of this RV. Hey guys, we hope you're enjoying the video so far, and if you are, we also invite you to subscribe to our weekly newsletters that we send out. We send out weekly newsletters about RVing that are just full of information like how to maintain your rig, where to go RVing, and even more detailed RV reviews than what we do in our videos. And when you subscribe, you'll also get a free subscription to RV Today e-magazine, so you will be the most well-informed RVer out there. There's 2 really easy ways to subscribe. So if you're watching us on TV or on your computer right now, you can simply pull out your phone, put it in camera mode, aim it at the QR code on your screen, and it'll take you to our website where you can go ahead and subscribe, or you can just head straight on over to rvblogger.com, scroll about halfway down the home page, and you'll see right there where you can subscribe. So why not join the over 150,000 people that have already subscribed to our weekly newsletters and become the most well-educated RVer out there. This Class C RV is the Tiffin Midas model number 24MT. It has a gross vehicle weight rating of 11,000 pounds, a gross combined weight rating of 13,000 pounds. The hitch weight is 2,000 pounds. It measures in at 24 feet, 6 inches long, and it can sleep up to 2 people. When you first walk into this Class C RV, on the right-hand side is the driver's cab area. Then we wrap on around into the living, dining, and kitchen area, and behind me is where the bathroom is located. Now, our first impression upon walking in this RV is that, man, it feels luxurious in here. I mean, the fit and finish looks fantastic, and everything is, you know, really well put together, which is what you'd expect in a Tiffin RV, that's for sure. These are more on the high end and the luxury scale, if you will. Now, in the front up here, this particular unit sits on a Ford chassis. It's a Transit 350 heavy-duty all-wheel drive cutaway chassis, to be exact. And this baby has some interesting features to it, and I want to bring it up real quick. When we see these types of RVs, we actually consider them to be a B+, and they were B+ in years in the past, but now we see that manufacturers are calling more and more of these style a B or a C instead of a B+. What's your opinion? Let us know in the comments down below. What makes a C versus a B+? In our opinion, it's a couple things. First of all, a Transit chassis is a van chassis, so a van indicates a B or maybe a B+. And the second thing is the overcab. You know, the overcab area in a Class C used to be that it would extend way out over top of the windshield and there would be sleeping room up here. But in the new Class C styles, there's no ability to do that because the roof ends right over top of the windshield. It does not extend over, so there is no overcab for sleeping. And what they do is they'll take these nice cabinets and put them in here and turn this area into storage space. And the storage space is only like 6 inches deep because the roof comes down right on top of the windshield. So anyway, let us know your opinion. Chime on in the B+ versus C debate. We'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Now, also, you'll notice up front here with the Ford chassis that there is nothing behind either one of the driver's seat or the passenger seat chairs. So you can scoot these babies back as far as you'd like. For you taller guys, it'll be easier to drive. But it's a very nice setup. You've got a huge screen in the middle here for your GPS and all your controls inside the rig. So very, very well done. Up top here, I already pointed out some of the cabinetry, and all 4 of these cabinets are pretty shallow, about 6 inches or so for some minor storage up here. This particular cabinet has some receptacles, USB ports, and even a TV cable port in there. Not quite sure why. You're not really going to mount a TV up here anywhere, but it is what it is. Now, here we are right behind the driver's seat, and this is the big multifunctional area in this coach that makes it feel so big in here. First of all, you have a nice comfy couch, and you can sit here and relax. Your TV is directly across from here, and it's actually built into a televator, so the TV will rise up out of that cabinet, and you can sit here and relax and enjoy TV, so that's a great setup. The other function that the sofa has is that it does come with a lagoon table on each end. So you'll have like a little table tray in front of you. So this also serves as your dinette, which is perfect. You know, Susan and I have table trays in our Class A. We love it. We love to sit in our recliners with our table tray and eat dinner and watch TV sometimes. So you could do the same thing here, and I think you'd be very, very comfortable with that. And then the third thing is that this does become your bed. And this is a big Murphy bed setup. And I'll show you how easy it is to work. All you need to do is just remove your cushions real quick. And then there's a little, little latch on the side. It's like a little dog chain latch or whatever you want to call it. And you pull your bed straight down. Now, when you do that, you want to make sure you pull this out, and that'll clip into place, and that's going to support the lower end of the bed. And then it just comes right down into place. So you can lay in bed here, watch TV, everything is set up very, very well. Now you'll also notice with the bed over top, you've got these 3 cabinets that open up for some storage there. Then you have a reading light on each side, which is a very nice feature. Nice window behind you, so you can open both windows and get some cross breeze in here if you'd like to do that while you're sleeping. And then you've got a cup holder on each end of the couch, which also serves for each end of the bed as well. And then there's a receptacle with USB ports on this end. So if you have a computer or tablet or whatever that you need to recharge, you can certainly do that. And there's another port on the other side of the bed as well. All right, let's see what size bed we have here. Now the mattress itself ends before the end of the bed. That's how they make some of these Murphy beds now. So you'll notice the mattress ends here, and then you have this other piece that stays in position all the time. You could put your pillow here and it really won't affect your sleeping area at all. So if we measure the full distance, you've got 72 inches in length, and then you've got about 56 inches wide. And so you've got a short full-size bed here that you would use. 2 adults could easily sleep on here very comfortably, no problems at all. Now, this isn't a slide out, right? So this whole bed and couch and all slides out. Susan brought up a great point. Hey, what if you're overnighting at a Cracker Barrel and you can't put your slide out or something, right? Can you still use the bed in that scenario? So I ran outside, did a quick measurement on the slide, and if this slide was in, you could still put your bed down and it would not hit the TV cabinet across from you. You'd have about 2 inches to spare, but it would work. And so even with the slide in, the bed still works, and you can still walk around and get to your kitchen or bathroom while you're rolling down the road if you need to. So it really works out very, very well. It's a great design. Now, just across from the sofa and the bed is where the televator is located. But up top here, there seems like there's always a cabinet door over a Class C RV. Very, very common. You've got all your controls up here, so that's in a great spot. And then next to that, you've got these 2 other cabinets to give you even more storage here. And then you have a nice window down below to overlook the campsite of your campsite. Obviously, the televator is going to lift on up out of here. We don't have any power right now. We're in the middle of a dealer lot. No battery power, no electricity at all, so I can't raise the TV and show you, but that sits right here. So here we are in the kitchen area now, and very nice kitchen feel right here. It's got this nice cabinetry, beautiful countertop. It just feels really, really nice in here. Starting from the top, you've got these 3 cabinets that open up here, and you have plenty of storage up there. I love the fact that it comes with this really nice big window over top of your kitchen sink and countertop area. It just floods the area with light, makes cooking and cleaning and all that stuff a lot easier in my opinion. Also, there's a couple of lights up under here, under the cabinets to light up the countertop area. And then there's a receptacle in the corner over here. So if you got a toaster, coffee pot, or whatever, you can set all that stuff up too. Now they have a nice big round bowl sink in here with a beautiful chrome faucet over top. This does disconnect, and it is a sprayer as well, which is a great feature. And then if you need more countertop space, you can always cover your sink with your sink covers. And there you go, you pick up a little countertop space that way. Now, they have an induction cooktop in here, which is just all 1 burner. I'm a little surprised they didn't do the 2 burner setup in here. Not sure why they chose the 1 burner. I know a lot of times we cook, we do need 2 pans instead of 1, but that's what they have in here. And usually when we see a 1 burner setup, that it's more like a hot plate type of induction cooktop, right? So you can use it in here, or you can take it outside and plug it in there and use it there too. This one is built in, and so it's a nice setup, but I just think it's lacking 1 burner, which I'm sure it'll need. Now on the side over here, there is a receptacle down at the bottom of this cabinet as well. So I guess if you needed to run an extension cord up or something, you could do that if needed. Over here we have nice, beautiful hardwood drawers with cabinet fronts that, they have the soft close and everything with them. And then underneath of your sink, there's additional storage there too. Directly across from the sink and the cooktop is where the convection microwave is located up top here. Convection microwaves are fantastic. If you haven't used one, you should. They work really, really great. And then of course you have a refrigerator with separate freezer, plenty of room in here. It's a little low to the ground because they put the microwave over top of it. So if you have little kids, they're going to be able to get in here anytime they want and get popsicles out of the freezer, which is what our grandkids would do like that. Over top, you have a nice pantry cabinet here next to the convection microwave oven. And then down below that, you've got this nice rack that pulls out. You can store all of your dry goods in here. They didn't put a piece of hardware on the front of this cabinet. It's got these little grooves that are sort of mortised in there, or carved in there, so you can just grab it and pull it out. I would probably try to find another handle, either from Tiffin or just order it online, and install it in the middle here, and then you can just pull this open. It just seems easier to me than grabbing it, but who knows? I don't know. Who knows? So here I am in the bathroom, which is all the way in the back of this unit, and they have a very nice corner style shower stall back here. You got these nice glass doors that wrap around you and keep the water in. There's plenty of room inside of the corner styles to move around and take a shower. I mean, you might hit the wall every now and then, but all in all, a terrific setup. And it's got a seat in here too. So you can sit down if you need to, or put your foot up on here and shave your legs, whatever you need to do. Now, height-wise in here, let's see, you guys know I'm 5'11", and I'm doing pretty well in here, but from the shower base into the skylight, we have 6 feet, 6 inches of headroom. The overall headroom in the whole RV is also 6 feet, 6 inches, so plenty of room for you taller folks in here. I do like the fact that they have this, somewhat of an upgraded shower set up in here with the chrome and all. It just looks really nice. Now, outside of the shower, to my right over here, you've got a nice big mirror on the wall. Below that, you have a very large vanity sink and vanity top. There's also a receptacle on the side if you need to plug in a shaver or hair dryer. And then there is storage below the vanity also. So now Susan is standing in the shower and I'm standing in the bathroom, and one feature that really caught our eye with this unit is just all of the storage space that's in here. There's just a ton of it. So starting all the way back here next to the bathroom vanity, you've got a big cabinet with an upper shelf and a lower shelf, tons of storage room in there. One feature I really like that Tiffin has done is they put all these little chains on all their cabinet doors. So if you have a door that can swing open and hit a mirror, for example, they have the chain on here to prevent the door from doing that. And they've done that throughout the entire coach. So very, very nice feature. It'll keep your coach from getting beat up along the way as well, because I know I would hit stuff all the time if it didn't have the chains on there. So these cabinet doors open up, and this becomes a very large wardrobe cabinet. You've got your bar up top here. This is removable if you don't want to use it, but you can hang all your garments in here and have plenty of room for storage. This is where the Lagoon tables are stored currently as well, that you'll use as your dinette tables out in the living room that I mentioned earlier. Down below here, this is sort of a false cabinet, but this is where all your circuit breakers are located. So if you ever have a problem, easy access for all that stuff to snap them back on. And then next to that, we have a couple of nice drawers that are built in here for even more storage. Now, just outside of the bathroom, and I guess you could use this for either, food or clothes or a little bit of both, you have a nice size cabinet up top with a light on top. It doesn't have a bar up top to hang things in it, so I guess it's really more of a storage cabinet. But you could set it up any way you like. You could put your own shelving system in here and organize it however you'd like. It'd be very easy to put a bar in here if you need more hanging room. So you can do a lot with it. And then below that, you have 3 really deep drawers for even more storage. So here I am sitting on the commode in here, and the bathroom itself is really very large, so I don't feel claustrophobic at all. Not really going to be able to pass the elbow test, but as many people have pointed out in the comments, why do you need to lift your elbows when you're going to the bathroom anyway? I really don't know. Now, outside this Class C motorhome, there is some storage here. These 2 doors open up, and this is just one big storage area here. I would really much preferred if they just put one door here that maybe just flipped up and out of the way, and then you could access all of this much easier. But with this middle section for the door to connect to, it just makes things harder to get in and out of this storage area. It's all one big compartment anyway. And then they have another 3rd door with a small storage compartment next to that too. This Class C RV is the Jayco Melbourne Prestige model number 24RP. It has a gross vehicle weight rating of 11,030 pounds, a gross combined weight rating of 15,250 pounds, a hitch weight of 5,000 pounds. It measures in at 25 feet 2 inches long, and it can sleep up to 5 people. When you first walk in this RV, on the right-hand side is where the driver's cab is located and the over cab is above. Then you wrap around into the dinette and kitchen area, back into the living area and bedroom, and behind me is the bathroom. Our first impression when we walked in here was that this feels really big and spacious in here. And there are a couple reasons for that. First of all of the furniture is nice and light and bright. That includes the walls and the floors also. So that really light color scheme certainly makes it feel bigger in here. And the second reason is because this whole entire area that encases the dinette and your sofa and Murphy bed is in a slide out, and this whole area slides on out. So it does give you a lot more floor space in here, that is for sure. Now up front here we have the driver's cab. Now these Melbournes are built on a Mercedes chassis, and so that's going to give you a very nice ride, a good suspension. Also, it's nice to note that both of these seats do swivel around, so you can turn them around so they face into the RV, so you have some extra seating. There's also a small table that you can mount here, so if these seats are turned around, they can use that table as their little dinette table as well. Now up above in the overcab, this is a really good sized overcab, and you see they have a nice big window up front for some natural light. There's also a couple of lights up here as well, and then you've got receptacles and USB ports. So if the kiddos are sleeping up here at night, they'll be very nice and comfortable and be able to plug in all their electronics while they're drifting off to sleep at night playing Mario Kart or whatever they're into. Now, the size of this area is, you know, the width of the top of the front of the RV. So it's about 84 inches, and then it's about 56 inches wide. So you would definitely be able to get 2 kids up there, even 2 adults up here very, very easily. And in addition to that, there's a little bit of storage on each side as well. So if they need to throw things in there, they can do that too. Now there's a ladder that comes, it's stowed away right now, but that ladder would fit right in here, and the kids could climb up the ladder to get into the overcab. But if you're driving down the road and the kids, you know, they're not going to be up here while you're driving, and you want a little more headroom, you can just flip this out of the way, and that makes it easier to get in and out of the driver's cab. Let's say you're driving down the road, you want to stop for lunch. It's just easy to get up and into the back of your RV without this in place. Now, as we wrap on around through here, we come to the dinette area. And this dinette, I would say, you know, you could seat 4 people here pretty comfortably. You've got all this storage overhead behind these really nice cabinets. And then below that, you've got a couple of lights up here, a nice big window. And then each of the dinette benches do have storage underneath. One of the dinette benches has the tether hookups for car seats. So if you have little ones, that's a really nice safety feature to have on board. And then down below the dinette, there is a receptacle and USB ports. So if you're working at your dinette table or doing some trip planning or whatever, you can charge your computer in while you're working here. Now, this dinette table will also drop down, and this will become another bed in here too. And so if you do that, you are looking at a bed that's about 65 inches by about 43 inches wide. So a smaller adult or a couple of little kids could both sleep here as well. Now, right across from the dinette is where the kitchen area is located, and this is what's called an inline kitchen. All of your kitchen appliances are just in a line, and the cool thing about it in this RV is it gives you a ton of countertop space here, so that's really, really a nice feature. Now, starting up top here, you have this nice large storage cabinet. They have really good hardware on all of their cabinets in here, and it's just got that nice glossy modern look to it, so it feels really nice and luxurious in here. Next to that, you've got your TV location, and this is a great spot because you can see it from the dinette. You can also see it from the couch or from your Murphy bed, so that's really in a good position as well. And then finally over here, we have a convection microwave oven. It's a little bit on the small side, but it'll definitely do the job while you're out camping. Just below that, We have a 2-burner propane stove. And they even have a little side splash here, which is a really nice touch, because when you're cooking things on here, especially like bacon and eggs, and they splatter, you've got this splatter guard to help protect your cabinetry. So as we move on down the countertop space, you have all this space here. You could get a coffee pot and a toaster oven, or a, toaster, blender, whatever you need. There is a receptacle up top here, so you can plug them all in. And then next to that, we have pretty nice size, round, pretty deep sink in here. So it also comes with a nice gooseneck faucet and integral sprayer. So that's a good size sink. Now we have a double bowl sink in our RV. We know some friends that just traded theirs out for a single bowl sink. So let us know in the comments down below, would you prefer a single bowl or a double bowl sink in your RV? And does it matter if it's round or rectangular? Just curious. We'd love to hear from you and see what you think. Now, down below the sink, you've got a nice amount of storage under here. These are all spring-loaded cabinet doors too, so they got to be careful when you open them. They kind of fly open a little bit. But again, very nice upgraded hardware throughout. The drawers in here are all full extension drawers, which means the back of the drawer pulls all the way out to the face of the cabinetry, so you can get to the entire drawer very easily and get all your stuff out of there that you need. Next to that, we have another bank of drawers underneath of the cooktop, and again, full access to everything there. Now, just to the right of the cooktop is where the refrigerator is located, and I gotta say, this is a bit of a small fridge for my liking. This is kind of reminds me of more of a weekender kind of fridge. It's not very deep. It's pretty much on the small side, and the freezer's a little small as well. This is also an absorption style refrigerator, which means it will run on propane, or it'll run when you're plugged into shore power. So, it's an older style fridge. I don't know why they haven't upgraded yet to the 12-volt fridges. Maybe because they didn't have space. I really don't know. Now, up above, you've got a storage cabinet here. And then another big question that we get asked all the time is, when the slide is in, can I get to my fridge and can I get to the bathroom? The answer to that in here is it's going to be close. That couch is going to come all the way to here. So you're only going to be able to open your fridge, maybe that far when you go to access stuff in here. You can probably scooch by, and get to the bathroom as well. So it is usable. It's just not going to be 100% open the door on the fridge to get to everything. So if you're rolling down the road and you need a bathroom break, or you want to stop for lunch, you should be able to do that in this Class C RV. Now, just past the refrigerator is where a couple of really nice big pantry cabinets are located. These doors have nice hardware on them as well, but there's plenty of space inside of this cabinetry for all kinds of storage items. And finally, we get to our sofa area. Now, this sofa, it's pretty comfortable. It does not recline or anything because it's part of a Murphy bed setup. So it's not a recliner, but instead what they've done is put a couple of drawers underneath, which again are full extension drawers, so that you can get to everything when you open your drawers up in here. So that's a nice feature. And then the bed itself is very easy to operate because it's electric. So just remove your pillows out of here, or cushions, I should say. And then it's just a matter of pushing a switch on the wall. You have to have the key inserted and have it in the on position so the kids can't play with this. But other than that, just lower it right down. And then once you get her lowered down, just straighten out your cushions and you're good to go. Now, this is a bit of a weird setup because how do you put your sheets on here, right? It's you'd have to cover both pieces of mattress to get that to work. But once you're in here, you have a pretty decent sized bed. Let's see how big it is. All right, this is about 74 inches by 60 inches wide. So we would consider this to be a short queen size bed. So a decent sized bed in here.
What's the measurement of the bed, not including that other piece at the end?
Let's see. Not including that piece, 63 inches by 60 inches.
Okay.
So there you go. Thanks, Susan. Now you can see at the head of the bed, there's also a window here. It always kind of perplexes me why there would be a window there, because you can't use the window when the bed's up, and you're not going to use the window when the bed's down, I would assume. So, but it's there, and I guess at nighttime, if you wanted to open the window and get some cross ventilation, you could at least do that. And then, of course, it's got a couple of shades. One is a privacy shade and one is just a sunshade, so that will help as well. Now, on each side of the bed, there is a small shelf. There's also USB ports on each side, so you can plug in your phones overnight. And also on each side of the bed, built into the frame, there is an electrical receptacle there too, so you can plug in any electronics that you have. And finally, we have a couple of cabinets overhead to provide storage for all your clothes. And I'm going to go ahead and close up the bed and just show you. It's just as easy as putting it down. It's just a push of a button. And your bed is stowed away. So here we are all the way in the back of this Class C and in the bathroom. And the bathroom runs side to side in here. So although it is a smaller bathroom, it also gives you plenty of space to use back here. Now, I'm standing in the shower like I usually am, and there is a skylight overhead. Let's see what our ceiling height is in the shower real quick. And we have 6 feet 5 inches of headroom, and in the RV, the normal height of the ceiling throughout is about 6 feet 8 inches. So for you taller folks, this might not be a bad RV to consider. Now, in the shower here, I just like the fact that they've done a little bit of a nicer job with the shower surround. They've got this faux subway tile look in here, so that looks pretty good. And the door itself, although it's not a retractable door, it's a shower curtain, but it's on a track, so it's not going to blow in on you. And works good, and it keeps things out of the way. And the track itself sort of bows out into the bathroom, so it will pull the top of the curtain away from you. Now, there are no shelves in here or anything to hold your soap or shampoo, so you can buy a little shelf that you could stick on the wall, keep your soap and shampoo in there, and then that'll solve your problem for that. Now, outside of the shower, this is where the vanity area is located, and everything just looks so nice back here. I mean, these shiny cabinets are beautiful. It's just a very luxurious finish. Your medicine cabinet is up top, and you have one shelf in here for all your personal belongings. Below that, you've got a towel rack and then a nice big countertop space with a sink here. If you do need to plug in a shaver or anything like that, there is a receptacle right on the side that's available for you. And then down below, you've got a little bit of storage down here, but really that's where your water pump is and some of your plumbing lines too. Now, just to the left of the vanity area is this very large closet that's back here. This is where the table stows away that I mentioned earlier, that when you turn around the passenger seat and driver's seat, there's a small table that they can use for a dinette. This is where this stows away, and also the ladder for the bunks stows back here too. But that's a really big size closet in here. It has a bar at the top, so if you want to hang your jackets or shirts and things like that in here, you can certainly do that and have all this storage space. And then below that is where the TP holder is located. It's not too far away from the toilet, but it's not really close either. But I don't really know where else they could have put the TP holder to get it out of the way. And finally, here I am sitting on the commode back here. Now, since the bathroom is not real wide, it does feel like this wall is right in my face. But one thing is for sure, I will pass the elbow test with flying colors. So here we are outside of this Class C RV, and as far as storage space goes, they do have some underneath. There are about 4 storage compartments, 3 on this side and 1 on the other. They're all a bit on the small side in my opinion. It would be tough to get like camping chairs into any of these storage bays, but you could get like grills and other things in here if they're small enough. So you just have to pay attention to that when you're stocking up your RV with all your gear. Now, one nice feature they do have though is this Quick Connect propane hookup, because you do have a built-in propane tank on these Class C models. And so just like what we do with our Class A, we have our fire pit and our Weber grill and a 20-foot hose that we use so we can connect to our Quick Connect on the RV and then run the fire pit or the grill wherever we would like within 20 feet. Hey guys, let us know which one of these Class C RVs you like the most and why in the comments down below. We try to read and answer everyone's comments every week, and we would love to hear from you too. But if you'd like to check out even more Class C RVs with Murphy beds, Just click the box down below, and Susan and I will see you in the next video.